afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night, wherever and whenever you are watching this video. This video is going to be another unboxing, but it's going to be also about some of the trying times that we are currently heading into when it comes to coin collecting. Especially if you're a coin roll hunter, you're going to find it very difficult to get coins right now. And during this pandemic, we've had to be very creative on how we've gone about getting coins. With my local coin shops closing down, eBay is always an option, but I've actually stumbled across some other options, one including a Facebook group that has online coin shows and sells coins, and that's actually where this one came from. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one here in a little bit. This one is actually a giant box of wheat pennies from eBay. Now, I don't fall for the unsearched, never touched, bank sealed rolls. However, I do love going through a bunch of wheat pennies, and so I may actually do a video of completely going through these just to see if there's any goodies. If you're interested, put a comment down below and I'll gladly make that video. Otherwise, I might just open this on this one, show a couple enders, and see where we're at. On to opening of the package, and now I don't remember exactly what I purchased here. So let's go ahead and open her up and see what it is. It's been a few days since I got this. But again, this one came from a Facebook page that was set up to sell coins online, as well as showcase your collections. It's really kind of an interesting way to do things these days. Now, my local coin store is open again, which is great. So I can go and I can get coins from my coin store, but it's still really nice to be able to get a variety of coins from all over the place. This one is really well packaged. I'll go ahead and put a link to this Facebook swap page, the coin collecting page, in the description of this video, as well as I will show it on the screen here in a little bit to tell you a little bit more about it. This is very well packaged. I don't remember, sorry for the shaking camera, I don't remember getting something super fancy, but I still appreciate the packaging. Have some bubble wrap for later if I get stressed out with the kids. All right, let's see what we have here. Get everything onto the camera. Right on, looks like some silver, $50. Let's see what we got. We'll go ahead and go through these coins one at a time. 1888 seated Liberty dime. Very nice looking dime. Not the best looking dime, but definitely one that can fill a hole for me for sure. Then we got a 1968 Kennedy $50. This is a nice looking $50. It's a 40% silver $50. But there's some actually really good toning on there. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not, but going around the outer of the reverse here, a really nice looking $50. And then looks like we got a 1940D Mercury dime. Really nice looking coin here. You can really see that there's still some details in the wings on Liberty, some details in the hair around the edge of the helmet. Let's go ahead and flip that over and look at the back there. I'll have to put it on the scope and see. I don't think we're talking split bands in this dime, but still a nice dime to fill a hole in your book. Can't get mad at that. This is a nice looking 1897 Liberty nickel. Still see a little bit of Liberty in the crown there. Sometimes referred to as a V nickel because of the giant V on the back. Still a good looking coin. Still has some pretty good detail on there. Not perfect, but definitely a nice one to add to the collection. And lastly, a 1964 D Washington quarter. Not a super great quarter, but silver quarter to add to the collection. Can't get mad at that. Rather than do a full-on showcase of a Facebook page, I went ahead and just took a screenshot of this particular Facebook page. And there are tons of examples of these out there. Maybe some of you already know of them as well. This is one that I stumbled across that not only just showcases coins, but there's a ton of coin dealers on here selling coins. So it's a great place to find a trusted seller. Another place I've purchased coins recently as well is actually Reddit. There's a number of subreddits. There's a coin roll hunting subreddit. There's coins for sale, silver for sale, silver bugs sort of subreddit as well.
the big thing when shopping online, you know this probably already from shopping on eBay, but being able to trust the person you're buying the coins from. One great thing about the subreddits is they actually have a rating system, so you can find out that way. For me, on the Facebook side of things, I try to purchase coins mostly from dealers because I know that they have dealers that can be trusted and the transactions are going to go smoothly. So it's definitely an out of the box way to go about coin collecting that I think has really sprung up due to this lockdown situation. There's a local coin show here that I love to go to that just barely was able to get in before things got really crazy. And then a number of other locals have gotten canceled as well. You may have seen the news. The very large numismatic coin show in Florida has already been canceled for this summer. Definitely a bummer that coin shows are canceled. I know that myself and my family love going to coin shows and really hope we can get back to them someday. But until then, we got to get creative, and shopping online and swapping with folks online is a creative way to go about getting coins for your collection.
All right, now it's time for the big box. Now remember, I said this is a box of wheat pennies that I got off of eBay. Sorry for the shaky camera. It is a mixed lot of a variety of different years of wheat cents. I don't know exactly what the mix is. I'm betting these are mostly going to be 40s and 50s, but I really so enjoy searching through pennies like this. Goodness. Nice if I get the box open here. So even if they are all 40s and 50s, my LCS gives me a really good buy, really good price back on these if I choose to not keep them. But I do tend to hoard pennies, especially the copper Wheaties. So let's see what we have here. All right, we got a little note on this one. 1940 and 50 with some mint marks, a couple under 1940, open one end to show one better coin. That's interesting. So how many rolls do we have in here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. This is 24. So I'm going to go ahead and set these aside. Set this aside, and we're going to go ahead and go through one of these really quick just to see what we have in here. See if they're interesting at all. This one's taped shut, so I'm not super excited about that. Sorry for all of you coin roll hunters who have the trick down for dumping these out. So we'll go ahead and go through here. Here's a really nice looking one. I'm betting it's a 1958. Come on, focus. $1955 S. Oh, not a bad looking coin. Not what I expected. So I'm going to go ahead and sort these out quick, and then I'll bring you back. So I went ahead and opened up the 2 penny rolls from the box, and I'll probably go back through these later, but you can see here, this is the one that had the writing on it. I wanted to check it out, and I got exactly what I expected so far from this box. And that's why I'm not going to go a whole lot further unless you guys really want me to do a video. But basically, you're going to get, these are all 40s and 50s, about 4 1930s, and 2 teens, 1 1920, and that 55S. And we'll zoom in and look at that 55S here in a bit. But when you're buying wheat pennies, you should expect mostly 40s and 50s. You should expect key dates to be missing. You should expect S mint marks not to be very prevalent. In all of this, I only had 2 S mint marks. I had a 1950S and a 1955S. Wheat pennies have been around a long time, right? They stopped minting wheat pennies in 1958, and they look different. So people are setting them aside. They're made from copper, so people are setting them aside. For me, Wheat Pennies really takes me back to when I was a little kid, searching through my penny banks, searching through mom and dad's and grandpa and grandma's change, looking for pennies. This is a great way for a young numismatist to get started. It's dirt cheap to get wheat pennies from gobs of different places, whether it's online or your local coin store, and you can get started with a book. And here it is. I have $1 in pennies on here, and I would have had nearly all the 40s and 50s. Not every one of them at marks, and obviously no steel pennies. But you can see some really, really nice pennies here just to get started. Not super fancy, but it fills a hole and gets started. And it's all about finding that hook to get kids excited about searching for coins. So I'm going to take a minute and zoom in really quick on this 55S. It's actually a really, really nice looking penny. There's still some pretty good luster on there. Still some very good marks. Probably throw it under the microscope a little bit later, but you can see some really good detail in those wheat ears. It's probably actually going to upgrade one of my books, but definitely one to add to the collection. And then you can see here, this is the type of quality that you expect in this sort of roll, right? A 1920 that's pretty worn down, a 1918, and then a really skunky 1916. But it's all about the fun and the excitement of looking at these coins and doing some digging. That about wraps it up. Thanks for watching. If you want to see me go through the rest of these rolls, drop a comment below. Otherwise, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day.